Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds, by birth also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within.
Legacy. There's power in your name. Power in your name. McDonald's is a last name. Abercrombie and Fitch, last names. Armani is a last name. Baskin Robbins is a last name. Chrysler is a last name. Fisher Price, Gucci, Hennessy, Harley Davidson, Hilton, Honda, Kohl's, Kraft Foods, Lowe's Movie Theater, Marriott is a last name. Maybach is a last name. Nordstrom is a last name. Pillsbury is a last name. Porsche is a last name. Procter & Gamble, 2 last names. Rolls Royce, Charles Rolls, Henry Royce, last names. Turner Broadcast System, Ted Turner, last name. Versace, last name. Wells Fargo, Henry Wells, William Fargo, last name. Walgreens, last name. Wrigley's, last name. Welch's Grape Juice, last name. Here you are, you think you're buying a product. You are not buying a product, you're buying a name. You think you're wearing a product. Hey, look at this product. No, you're saying, look at this family. And what you don't know is while you're making every family rich, you're making yourself broke. So you done went to one family called Wells Fargo and got $200,000 so you can go to another family called Rolls Royce so you can give them money to get yourself a car so you can go back to the hood and see the Joneses and say, look at what I got. Meanwhile, Wells Fargo, their family's sitting up being rich, and Harley Davidsons and Rolls Royce are being rich, and the Joneses are sitting there holding up people's stuff saying, look at what we did and we broke. What if I told you that your blessing is attached to your name? That part of the reason why you're not wealthy yet is because you keep trying to make Yolanda wealthy. You keep trying to make Tasha wealthy. What if you made Johnson's wealthy? What if you started thinking about your kids? What if you started thinking about your legacy? What if God started dropping Canaan and opening up windows of heaven? Because now you're not just thinking about you, you're thinking kingdom. There are some people who are attached to you who say, Mama, can you do something with this name? There's some people who are saying, Dad, can you do something with this name? Maybe God gave you the name to change and reverse some of the stuff that the name meant one day. I wish there was somebody in this room that said my name might mean one thing right now, but I promise after today, this name's getting ready to change. I promise after today, everybody's going to want my last name. I'm here to let you know you are a curse breaker. You're thinking kingdom. You are not just getting married, you're breaking a curse. You are not just graduating from college, you're breaking a curse. You are not just getting out of high school, you're breaking a curse. You are not just saved, you're breaking a curse. And everybody around you is about to be blessed because of what God's getting ready to do in your life. I don't know what my name meant before I got here, but I know what's going to mean before I leave. You got a legacy. Power in your name. A legacy is something that is passed down. It is your mark. It is your footprint in the earth. It is your contribution to the world. Your legacy is something that is passed down. It is your mark. It is your footprint in the earth. It is your contribution to the world. I don't care about legacy. I'm single. I don't care about legacy. I don't have no kids. I don't care about legacy. My family never cared about me. I don't care about them. My life is my own. Why do I need to even think about legacy? Well, here's the thing I have to say to you. The thing you need to know is this. You are leaving a legacy whether you want to or not. Everybody in this room is going to leave a legacy. The question is, are you going to be intentional about the legacy you're leaving? Are you actually going to be intentional, or are you just going to let anything be passed down, anything be given to others on your behalf? Don't let it be so. It's like this past weekend, I went out to go preach. And when I went to go preach, I went into a city and I rented a car. When I went to the rental car, they said, go downstairs in the garage. You can grab any car. When I went down there were only 2 cars. There was one car that looked like it wouldn't make it past Monday. And then there was another car. So I went to this car. But when I got into the car smelled like cigarette smoke. And so I took off with the car because, I'm just like, hey, let me get out of here. And so I'm driving the car for a couple of days. When I bring the car back, drop off the keys, they say, hey, you have any problems with the car? I said, no problem with the car. They said, all right, cool. I leave. And they said, I looked on my email and they billed me $350. How are you going to charge me? I've never smoked a day in my life. They said, sorry, sir, you brought the car back smelling like cigarettes. I said, no, I didn't bring the car back smelling like cigarettes. Y'all brought me a car that smelled like cigarettes. They said, no, all we know is that you brought us a car with cigarettes, so you have to pay the price. Can I tell you something? That is a picture of many of our lives. Some of us lived a life that stunk so bad. And many of you are paying a price for a life that you didn't live, but somebody lived before you, and they handed you down a name or a life that stunk so bad that now you got to pay forever for it. And I'm here to let you know, stop giving people this dirty, nasty, stinky life. Why don't you build a legacy so when somebody gets into the car of your life, they want to say thank you instead of, I can't believe what you did to me. Everybody here has struggled with an addiction that's not yours. It was an addiction that your family didn't deal with. It was an addiction that your father just overlooked. And so it got passed down to you. And now you're struggling with this addiction. But truthfully, if you track the addiction, your father had it, and your grandfather had it, and your great-grandmother had it, and your whole family had it. And because they didn't deal with it, because they weren't thinking legacy, now you're driving in a car that you got to pay for. And God is saying, the buck stops here, that this is it. I put you in the earth because you're about to stop some stuff. I know people who went to go buy a house, and when they went to go buy a house, they saw their credit report, and the credit score was so jacked up. And when they saw the report, they realized that mama had gave out their social security number to the whole family. And everybody done rented stuff and didn't pay back. And everybody had electric bills and cell phones that don't even exist no more. Why? Because somebody didn't care about legacy and they handed you a bill, and now you can't walk in Canaan, not because of your issues, but because of some issues that were passed down. God forbid you are sitting in this place saying, I don't care about legacy. You need to care about it because somebody's got to live in the life you have. You are passing something down whether you want to or not.
All right. What's going on, beautiful people? How's that for an introduction? How is that for an introduction? What's going on, family? How are you guys doing? Let me go ahead and put on my calming music, set this atmosphere, and then I'm going to go ahead and show y'all why I started off with that introduction and how serious and critical it is for us to start building. Okay? I want to welcome you all. If you are coming here for the first time, I say welcome. If you are coming back and you always coming through to hang with your girl, Dr. T, then I want to welcome back my cousins, okay? I kindly ask you to pay your fee to be on this live. The fee or the cost of admission over here is just a share. That's it. It's absolutely free. It don't cost you a dime. It ain't gonna take nothing off your table, off your plate. It ain't even gonna cost you a half of a second to go ahead and share, tag, invite, like, subscribe on whatever platform you are joining in on today. Please go ahead and do all of the shenanigans that helps me beat the algorithm and helps me connect to the people that I am predestined to run into, to speak to, um, to educate, to impact, etc. on this beautiful day. All right. And if you don't mind and you're not rude, I would love to know who's in the chat with me on today. Let me know who's in the chat on today. All right. Hi, Sister Denise, and hi, Shore73, Sister Shawana, and hello, Sister Paula. Hello, hello, and hello. Well, I can't hear my tones. Hold on, y'all. All right, there we go. All right. I apologize that I have to do all the extraordinary when I am already live, but unfortunately, I cannot share and do all that I need to do until I'm actually live. But I want to earn the right to your time here on tonight. And if you have shared, thank you. And if you haven't, what are you waiting for? Okay. That is how people, whether it be for you or it be for somebody that you know, somebody that you're connected to, somebody that you know that they connected to, that is the power of a share. Okay. There's a lot of things happening to a lot of people. I'm just here to come by here and show y'all the problems and then offer you some solutions to those problems. I think everybody needs to see what's going on because I done told y'all. I've been telling y'all, and I promise I ain't gonna raise my voice today. Please, God, help your girl. Help me. Okay, I'm gonna try to walk this thing through nice and calmly. It just riles me up in real life to see all of these things happening. It's sad, it's devastating. I can't do nothing about it. You know, I pray, that God's will is done in the earth and that mankind who has a divine relationship or connection with their creator will take heed to what he is saying and what he is showing us so that we do not perish, so that we do not get caught up in all of the stuff that is happening and that is to come. Okay? Let me come back over here real quick and then tag my other cousins in the video. Start over here on Instagram and I'll be ready to go, okay? All right. That's done. And then let me start over here and we'll be ready to rock and roll, okay? Hey, hey, what's going on, cousins? It is your girl, Dr. Tawana Worlds. You already know what I came by here to do. Some of you may not, so I'll simply state to you what my time consists of on today, and that is simply to disrupt. There's a lot of things happening. There's a lot of things going on. I believe there's a lot of systems that have been put into place. There's a lot of ideologies. There's a lot of beliefs that is keeping a lot of us, kind of bent over backwards and being taken advantage of with no Vaseline. So I came by to disrupt. I came by to offer hope. I came by to show y'all some things that are going on, but also that there is a way out. I don't ever want any of my cousins to feel like they stuck, okay? Because you are not stuck. If you are stuck, it's by choice. And that's just the real raw truth. I can't, it don't get no better than that. That's just what it is. If we are stuck on purpose because we choose to be stuck. And so, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead without, let's see if I can change this over here. All right, cool. We ready to go. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and now how do I get rid of this? Oh my gosh. Always trying to do something mess with technology. But without further ado, let me go ahead and pull up here. Let me make sure I got everything lined up and queued up for y'all to see this foolishness that is happening to we the American people. I'm more mad about what's happening to we the American people, okay? Um, than anything. Like we are in a real life Hunger Game. For real, for real. Let me see if that's what I wanted to. All right. I think that's what I wanted to share. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I got it. All right, y'all. So let me turn on the screen share so y'all can see. I might even take myself off camera, but I want y'all to see this. Let me get it pulled up over here, and we are ready to go. Why? Okay, maybe up here. I want to show y'all this. So y'all know how we've been talking. I'm gonna start here first. We've been talking about some of the things that have been going on in the Department of Education. Okay, I've also shared with you guys how you can take advantage of what's going on. There's two type of people. Always remember this, and I say it all the time because it is 1,000% true. There's always going to be two types of people in this world. There's always going to be two types of people um, when you're dealing with turmoil and tribulation, different things of that sort, famine, oppression, war, pandemics, inflation, all of this stuff. There's always going to be two types of people, okay? People that are going to diminish and people that are going to accelerate. People that are going to become poor, people that are going to become rich, people that are going to become really sick, people that are really going to strengthen their immune system and produce optimal health. There's always two sides to a story. There's always two sides to a coin. There's always a negative and a positive that works hand in hand to give us the energy or the power, you know what I'm saying, that is needed to produce, whether it's a vehicle, whether it's a light bulb in our house, whatever the case may be. It's always two sides. There's always two types of people. There's always two levels. Okay. Um, hey, Dr. T, just letting you know that I got the student loan debt letter and I mailed it off today after putting my personal information on it. Thank you so much. And I will keep you. Yes, come back with the receipts. Come on back and bring Dr. T the receipts, okay? Because we clearly see what is popped up on the screen right here, okay? Your rights are being violated. And I'm just starting here because I'm going to lead into what is happening to millions of Americans. This is a hunger game. All of this stuff is by design. We are truly living in a scripted matrix type of scenario. For real, for real. You got people that are, I mean, I don't even think it's a word because brainwash ain't good enough, that are just in a deep stupor. You cannot do anything to wake them up, to shake them. I mean, you just can't even help them. No matter what you say, it's their way or no way. Okay. A lot of people, millions of people are mockingbirds and parrots. They are repeating what they hear everybody else saying instead of doing their own research. And then you have people that are really extreme. Okay, they don't want to deal with the people who are stuck and who are in a deep rut and who are just ignorant, who's out here being lied to, manipulated, all of that. And because of this, there is trickery. It's been happening. It's not new. It's trickery that is legitimately happening right before our eyes. I talk about it all the time. The greatest wealth transfer happened in our dispensation of time when Joe Biden and that whole administration took all of the money from the American people and put it across the seas. Now we're finding out that that money was sent abroad and then being funneled back to their personal accounts. Okay, before he left, he made sure that he pardoned the people who was involved in this operation so that nobody would get any charges. All of the deaths that have occurred, okay, and there has been lots of deaths. So I'm not just, pinpointing a certain amount of deaths, like one takes priority over the other. There's been a lot of deaths by things that are brought into this country that we don't have no control over. We don't make it. We don't profit it off of it. It all comes from Washington, D.C. Real talk. All of this stuff is coming from our government taking deals with China. And now China has broken in and committed a crime legally by manufacturing fentanyl and allowing it to kill middle-aged and army fighting age males in this country, and still sending money over there to protect theirs, while ours is just dying by the days, literally. I have a 4-year-old boy. I could show you. I need to ask his mom. She said share her story. So I'm sure she put it out there because she wants the world to know. Her 4-year-old baby is deceased for going to a daycare and becoming exposed to something that is dropping people like that. I mean, it's dropping you. This don't need this is a biological warfare that is happening, and it was allowed to happen. It was allowed to happen. And then you have this administration who comes in and wants to get them out. And you have judges and different things in that sort saying, no, we're going to block this. We're going to stop this. It's a lot happening. And we're not realizing the depths of just how much we are in trouble. And this has been carefully planned. This has been strategically planned. And we need to stand up. And this may not be for everybody, but it's for the ones that I'm assigned to tell this. It's time to go harder. Okay? Am I saying this is the end of the world? Absolutely not. We know when the end of the world will come. It is written. And actually, what we're witnessing in the book that I read, called the Bible, it says these are just the beginning of birthing pains, like a woman in labor. This is just the beginning. We're just getting started, which means we still got time and we ought to be building. Because in that same book, it says, blessed is the man that I find working. Not going to a 9 to 5, not that type of work. Go break that down, what that word works mean, what you were predestined to do. The people you were predestined to help and serve. All of the people you were supposed to connect to, but you couldn't because you wasn't in the right place at the right time. I'm talking about that work, the works of the kingdom of he who has sent you, not the employee work, not the ones building their empire off of your time and your labor, not that work. Okay? So as you can see here, they have violated your rights. We need to know consumer law. We need to know the law. Okay? We consider ourselves citizens. We ask for rights. There is no rights. You're a consumer. That is the definition of you and I. Consumer. That's why they call it consumer law. Consumer debt. Okay? Because we are looked at as no more than consumers. That is the reason why if you separate yourself from the person, you no longer become a consumer. When you start a business, you become an entity. Are y'all tracking? This is the way the government looks at us. If you are a consumer, you are a burden to the government. If you are a business, an entity, an enterprise, you lessen the burden of the government. Are y'all tracking? So because a lot of people don't know, like we talked about lottery the other day, that's a belief system. I can start my own lottery, but you don't think that the government's going to come for me? All I got to do is get people to believe. Hey, everybody put $10. There's going to be one winner, $5,000. We're going to announce it at the end of the day. Okay? And then I got everybody trying to put in $10. I actually wind up with $10,000. So it's no problem to pay out $5,000 to one person. Then I say, hey, y'all come back again tomorrow. Okay, we'll do this every night. I could become my own lottery. They would come for me. Why? Because it doesn't have anything to do with the government. They would call it illegal practices. It's the same thing that they do. Mighty funny. It's the same thing that they do. They told everybody that they needed to protect themselves from that, in 2020. They told everybody they needed to protect themselves when they themselves had no mandate to have to do exactly what they were commanding the people to do. We live in a matrix. We live in a matrix. They made that movie on purpose to let us know, to announce that we live in a simulation, in a matrix. Okay? This kingdom, this system, it is derived and originated off of what is that called? Gematria and all of this other type of foolishness. Daylight saving time. They spend billions of dollars controlling whether it's going to stay darker later or shorter. Why y'all just can't leave the earth alone? Why did you put us on a Gregorian calendar? These are the type of things that we should be asking. But we don't, because they feed us everything. Everything that they tell us is a lie. Period. Everything they have told us, everything they have told our grandparents has been a bald-faced lie. Said I wasn't going to yell. And it's people that know their rights, like this person in Texas. Okay? They said, look, y'all dismantling the government. Let me run the drill on y'all real quick so this makes sense. Because then you're about to see what really finna go down. Y'all gonna dismantle the Department of Education. Okay, cool. You're gonna hand off the student loans. You're gonna keep the student loans anyway. And you're gonna hand them off to the Small Business Association. Okay. who has mismanaged money and been paying $100,000 to a 9-month-old child, giving loans to a 9-month-old baby. You're going to hand off the debt, okay, to another administration who we did not do business with. And now what happened is this person's and many others' payments have increased. It's a different type of, because it's a different system, it's a different agency. Now there are other fees involved, right? This is how this debt game works. They buy debt. And I'll give you a perfect example. I went and got a car with, let's say, Hyundai 8 years ago. It didn't work out in the first year. I gave the car back. They put the debt on my credit as repossessed, even though they got paid for the car. They charged it off, which meant they got the Kelley Blue Book for the car, what it's originally worth, not the 20 extra thousand you put on with interest. You got paid exactly what the car was worth. Nevertheless, after you gotten paid, you didn't put that on my credit as an indicator to let everybody know that we didn't do the business together. You're reporting my financial transactions, okay? And you're not supposed to, but because I don't know that, you're getting away with it. And you're reporting my financial transactions on my consumer report, which will automatically deny me from credit moving forward, which will automatically keep me in a category of called poor, lower class, impoverished, underprivileged. You will always keep me there because I don't know consumer law. But the day I learned consumer law and that it is illegal to put a financial transaction on my consumer report, you have a certain amount of time to remove it or I sue you. And if I sue you, I'm going to sue you for every time I was denied when I needed to move, for every time I was denied when I needed a new car, for every time I was denied when I needed to rent something, when I needed to establish electricity or some type of utility. I'm going to sue you real big. And I'm going to take it to arbitration according to consumer law. This is what this young lady did. You sold the debt. Okay, hold on. Let me go back so it makes sense. So after I can sue you because you violated my rights by reporting on my consumer law, but you didn't take it up another notch. You reported that to my consumer report and you sold that debt to somebody else so they can go and collect and make money off of me. Right? So you violated me twice. If I did business with Hyundai, ABC debt collectors have no business calling my phone. You cannot buy my debt. Okay? But say, for instance, I lack knowledge and I don't know this, and they have it on my report for 7 years. Right before the 7th year, they're going to call my phone or the number on file. They're going to go and they're going to go to the smaller dogs and they're going to be looking for my phone number, my address, anything to get where I'm at so that they can pick up the phone and call me. Then when I answer the phone, hello, may I speak to Tawana Worlds? Speaking. I have confirmed that I am she. Okay? The debt owner. And then I said, well, we just need to verify that we're speaking to the correct person. Can you give me the last 4 of your social? And then I give them the last 4 of my social, which means that I have solidified and verified I am the debt owner of this debt, which now makes it eligible to stay on my credit because I have verified with another debt collector that had bought the debt. I have verified that I am the owner. I've even confirmed my social security number, the last 4. And now I have confirmed that this is my debt, and legally, okay, as long as I don't know the law, they can pursue me for another 7 years. When they use a biblical principle, every 7 years the debt must be released. That's a biblical principle. And every 50 years, if you lost property, children, whatever, it had to be returned to you. But that's a biblical principle. But they found a way to maneuver around it. Let's sell the debt. Once she verifies or he verifies that they are the debt owner, that gives me legal right to collect for another 7 years. And that's why this madness is staying on your credit report. Nevertheless, we're going to come back to the story. Now that they sold the debt and that person who bought the debt, now their fees is included, her payments increase over 300%. 300%. Because you're not dealing with the same agency you did business with. Now you're dealing with another one that's aggressive. They got money invested into it because they bought the debt. Okay? You confirmed the debt, so now we're going to go after you with our fees. But sis right here, she knows consumer law. And she's suing the Department of Education. For one, for selling my debt. I didn't do business with nobody else. Okay? I don't care what you and the government got going on. I was on an income-based repayment plan or whatever type of plan. They shut you down, stop your funding. You not finna come pimp the blood out of me. She knew consumer law. So we'll go over to the next. This is the reason why I told y'all the other day. This is the perfect time to get your student loan debt eliminated. You just need to know consumer law. And that's why my sister Latasha just said, I just sent mines off. Because ain't nobody playing these type of games. You exposed our data, for one. And for two, you dismantled, you signed an executive order that is all over the news. Okay, you cannot even take that back if you wanted to. You signed an executive order to dismantle the Department of Education, which means I no longer am indebted to you. And I'm sure not indebted to the SBA. I did not do business with the SBA or whoever you choose to transfer the debt to. How dare you play in my face like that? This is why it is important when you are educated. You are a weapon when you're educated. That is why they want to keep us dumbed down, because we ain't nothing but casualties when we are not educated. They can take whatever they want from a rich man. And because his mind is educated enough to know how to do it again, he will do it again. But they can take everything they want from a poor man, and he will just be a poor man or a poorer man. He wouldn't know what to do, how to fix it, how to get out of it. Never been taught, don't have no blueprint. He would literally diminish and probably wither away if they took everything. But that's not the same. Two types of people, always remember that. Okay? This is her, by the way. Ain't playing no games. Hold on one second. How did that kick me out? Here we go. That's her, by the way. Not playing no games, and I'm right there with her, okay? If you have student loans, let me go ahead and note in the chat. Go ahead and put I in the chat. Because right now should be the time that you should be getting that mess up off your credit, okay? There's good things happening and there's bad things happening. Two types of people, two types of circumstances, two types of opinions, two types of outlooks on life. You can have two children come from the same home with working parents. Nobody does drugs. Nobody does anything. Go out party. They raise their children. They go to work. They come back, and one will take one path, right, and follow in their mother and father's footsteps, and the other one will be a wild child. And it's like, these two children were raised in the same home. How did they become So different. Huh? Two types of people. So now, by dismantling this Department of Education, and now these payments are due on demand, and they sold the debt or transferred the debt to the SBA, who cannot handle their own debt. This is what's happening to people. Student loan delinquencies are poised to hit record highs, and more than 9 million borrowers could see their credit score tank in the first quarter of this year. That was published 7 hours ago. Because you know what's happening? Baby, it is a pandemic in the credit space. You can't afford anything. People are becoming poorer by the second. Period. This is why I've been telling my cousins, y'all need to get in over here and do it now and do it fast, because there is an agenda to eliminate Hunger Games folk. 9 million borrowers. You can't get nothing without running your credit now. And if this is going to tank people's credit because y'all decided to dismantle this department, and now the delinquencies, we had a pause, we had the income-based repayment plan, we had, these different things that held it up, gave us a little breathing room. Now all of a sudden, man, what is 9 million people with low credit scores? That is a catastrophe. What are they doing here, y'all? What are they doing? If you go to Google and type in 9 million people, that will show you the magnitude of this. Let me keep going. I got a lot in store today. Because here's the bigger picture, okay? I've been telling y'all, universal basic income. I've been telling y'all the dollar is dying. I've been telling y'all. What is being implemented is another system. If you are a kingdom entrepreneur, if you are a kingdom ambassador, if you are a kingdom citizen, if you are a child of the Most High God, baby, this is not good for those who are still a part of this world system. Because the kingdom ain't shaking, we shifting. That's for sure. We being about our Father's business. You said go steal the wealth back? Sure. Show me where it's at. Wherever you want me to go, I'll go. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do. Whatever I got to invest, I'll invest. Show me where it's at so I can take it all back. Period. We are not shaking. We are shifting. We are doing whatever. This is the year and the season of the madman and the mad woman. We ain't tripping. We can care less about money because we know exactly what they're getting ready to do with the money. We need to go get it by the grove so we can get in position. Do you hear me? That's it, and that's all. If it's going to take me to put money in to make more money, then I need, listen, because this is what they're doing next. I've been telling y'all about this universal basic income because they know when they crash this thing, baby, millions. No, hundreds of millions, if not billions, will be done away with. I'm going to show y'all what Bill Gates had to say. One of the richest men in the world who leverages his money. If you don't think being rich is necessary, this man only leverages his money to make decisions that eliminates people who he feels that this earth is overly populated. I'm talking about Satan in the flesh. People trying to look at Elon Musk and say he the Antichrist and all of this stuff. And that man ain't no Antichrist. Go read your Bible. That man ain't no antichrist. He might got some demonic ways. There's a whole lot of people. The Pope is demonic. Now take that, okay? There's a lot of people that are demonic. It's a lot of people, there's demons in you, okay? But he's not the antichrist according to what the scripture says. May have an antichrist spirit, but he's not the antichrist, okay? Better look over there in Rome. Look over there, okay? He's more befitting. Nevertheless, I digress. Bill Gates is using his money because he's not a doctor. He's not God. He didn't create this earth. He didn't do any of that. Yet he has power because of his money to decide who goes and who stays. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all see that. Buddy said, my man said, yeah, we have been doing research and we got, studies that we have, and I'm absolutely certain in the next 4 years there will be another pandemic. How could somebody who created a computer, operating systems, y'all ain't gonna learn till y'all learn one day about the systems and why you need your own systems. But he created an operating system. That's it. And now he gets to leverage who gets and who don't, who get to and who does not. How many people are populating the earth? What kind of food you get to eat? This man owns millions of acres of farmland. How our food should be grown, raised. I mean, it's just bananas. Nevertheless, let's keep it moving. 9 million. We don't take life serious. For real, for real. There's a bad debt and there's a good debt. There's always two sides. And Robert Kiyosaki is in like billions of dollars of good debt. But he uses debt. He creates debt. Okay? This is the proper way to use debt. Let me go get a $50,000 line of credit from Chase. Let me take that $50,000 and go buy me a triplex or a fourplex somewhere back in the South that I can still buy it for $30,000, $40,000. Okay, still have $10,000 in case I need repairs. Or I'll go and get me a Home Depot, Lowe's, Kohl's, Floor and Decor, something like that, an account like that, right? To do all my repairs. And I will leverage that money to make me money because now I have a fourplex. I'm going to rent them. $2,000 minimum, $2,400 maximum, say for instance. Now I have $10,000 coming in a month. I have passive income to pay that debt back that I just used their money to make me money. So now I have passive income to pay them back. If I really want to do it rapidly, okay, and I want to just have all my money, it'll be a sacrifice for 4 to 5 months. But I'll take the $10,000 that I'm making a month for 5 months and pay them back in 5 months. They're going to unequivocally offer me about $250,000. This is how relationships are built. They want to see what kind of manager you are. They're going to automatically offer them $250,000. Wow, you spent that and you paid it back? Wow. We didn't even have to ask you. I mean, we put the minimum payment. We were fine with the minimum payment, but you literally brought in $10,000. You were fast and responsive and responsible to pay us back. Whatever's in the bank is yours. What do you have need of? So now he has leveraged the $50,000. That property is clear Everything else coming in for the rest of the year, there's still 7 months left, will be his. $70,000 he would make. He paid the bank off. He got $70,000 in profit. Okay? And he got somewhere to live forever without having to pay rent to nobody else. He owns that. Okay? So now they done offered him $250,000. So he takes that $250,000 and go buy FOMO of the same duplexes. And he rinse, wash, and repeat that same system. They lend me $250,000. I now have 4. Okay, so I'm paying them back $20,000 for the first 5 months, and then everything else is passive. That is called leveraging good debt. You use other people's money to make you money. Okay, that's what the banks did. They opened up an establishment. They told people that your money will be there safe. We will hold on to your money. You don't have to have it in your house. You don't have to be broken and get robbery. They put that little, that little spin on it. People brought their money to them, trusted them with their money. They start investing it. Start taking your money and say, hey, let me invest this money to make me more money back. Because now I can put their money back, and now I'm working with something. I started with 0, but now I got $1 million off of investing their money, which is simply holding it. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting there? All of this stuff is systems. The Department of Education is a system. Credit scores is a system. Okay? Banking system is a system. The government is a system. Congress is a system. Okay? The housing market is a system. The stock market is a system. Education, schools, colleges, hospitals, all systems. IRS is a system. Federal Reserve is a system. Everything is a system. Bad debt would be for me to go and borrow $10,000 from you, and then I spend that up buying, remodeling my house for people to come in and be like, oh, that's so nice. And that's all I'm going to ever get is that's so nice. And now I'm struggling to pay that debt back because I don't have nothing else coming in to help me pay that debt back. So now I'm in debt and my credit is messed up. And that is going to be a sure signal that nobody else can lend to me because I'm not responsible. I don't know how to manage. Okay? I'm barely scraping to make the minimum payment. Sometimes I ain't even making the minimum payment because I did not leverage debt the right way. I went and used and spent and consumed the debt to make me more indebted instead of using the debt to leverage it to make me more money. Okay? Thank you, Sister Latasha. This is a sister who not playing about these systems. So it's not a bad thing. Okay? I don't like that there's so many of my cousins out here telling my other cousins, giving them paranoia and fear. That is not going to help us. We always react negatively when we are under pressure. You have time, but you're running out. By the time you pick up your feet and do something, it'll be too late. They'll lock you out of the system because whenever a group of people find out, oh, we've been scammed, there's a data breach, come on, all of y'all come over here. They be like, ho, we're going to lose money. We're going to lose money paying them people back. We're going to lose money if we erase all their credit. Come on now. If you've been taking advantage of people and I come in and I disrupt and I say, hey, everybody, this person has been taking advantage of you for 10 years. Did you know they just stole all your money and they start walking out? You're going to try everything in your might to hurt me, to unalive me, to silence me. Why? Because you ain't trying to let go of the people that you've been pimping and you've been taking advantage of for so long. Now, I'm a threat to you. You need to eliminate me so you can get them back under your control. Common sense, y'all. This is exactly what's happening to us. Student loan delinquencies on pace for a fresh record high, baby. I'm telling you, this is about to be catastrophic. For real. Over 9 million students Loan borrowers could see their credit scores tank as delinquencies are poised to hit record high. You see the date on that, March 26th at 1:45 Eastern Standard Time. Baby, this is a train wreck. Student loan delinquencies are expected to climb to a new record high following the end of an on-ramp period last year for missed payments. How can people pay this? I'll wait. How can people pay this? People can barely afford food. Everything is inflated except your bank account and your dollar bill, your billfold. Not only that, you got folks traveling abroad and studying here. Funding has been frozen. Baby, you ain't even worthy to finish your education. We ain't even giving no more money. You over there, you stuck. You over here, you stuck. This is the system that has made gazillions off the back of Americans, yellow, purple, black, or white alike. And now all of a sudden your programs, they gone. And you want to know why? Because this is what is going down. The dollar is dying. And I'm about to show y'all some shocking stuff. Banks and everything then already started maneuvering their platforms to take cryptocurrency. And half of the people don't even know nothing about cryptocurrency. Where is this going to lead my brothers and my sisters? I'm telling y'all, this is a damn matrix. I'm going to work on that, Lord, because I told God that I wasn't going to say that word no more. That I was going to exhibit self-control because I always want to honor him in all things in real life. And some people may be offended with that word. And no matter how passionate I am or how angry this makes me, I'm going to keep a muzzle over my mouth and I'm going to honor him and glorify him in all things. So darn, it really just grinds my gears. Only God knows. This is terrible. This is terrible. Because while they're looking within, I'm looking without. All these people are caught up in trading secretly behind the scenes. I mean, they got billions of dollars. Y'all about to see. This is what's going up. Most of my cousins don't even know nothing about no cryptocurrency or no XRP. They ain't even got enough into the skin in the game right now. They lacking. Okay. Dr. T, I was due for a recertification on my IBR this month, and I sent off all my required paperwork. Do you know that they sent me a letter telling me that I am due to start? See? In the middle of mayhem. Baby, these last 4 years have been hellish. Man, what? People barely could afford groceries. What? Check this out. You know, NATO, which we are a part of, America, okay? We are a part of NATO. And the NATO is consists of the United States of America, the European Union, okay, Europe, all of that. Look at what they tell 450 million citizens. Look at what they tell their citizens. Look at this lady's face, boy. Look. We want y'all to stockpile supplies and prepare for disaster. I'm just like, what kind of disaster, man? We connected to them. We a part of them. So what kind of disaster is we preparing for? Why would we need to stockpile supplies? I wonder why. What about those who over here being pimped out by the government? Okay, they giving all their money in taxes, working all of their time and breaking their backs to making their mama crack. You know what I'm saying? They out here trading blood and sweat and time for dollar bills just to be able to pay the government back. That's all. That's all they give us money for. Pay them back. Pay your rent. Pay your light bill. We own all of this. Pay us back. You ain't gonna have enough for your family. Be grateful you got a roof over your head. Be grateful for that. Be grateful we consider giving you minimum wage, because we don't even want to give you minimum wage anymore. We can bring over the immigrants, okay? They will work for $5 and $7. We want slaves. We want slaves. And since y'all complaining about minimum wage being $13, $14, $18, we'll bring them on over here and get the job done for $7 and $8 per hour. They love the liberty that you guys don't want anymore. So, yeah. How would these people even afford supplies? How can they afford supplies? Their credit is messed up, so they cannot leverage credit, and they don't have enough money. And I would just like to know what kind of disaster y'all talking about. Somebody put me in on a group chat. Do y'all know? Do y'all know? I'm just asking. Dr. T want to know. Can y'all put me in a group chat? What the heck is they preparing for? See, because they don't promote this. They always want to promote fear and, oh my God, did you see Donald Trump? And oh my God, did you see JD Vance? And oh my God, did you see Pam Bondi? And oh my God, did you see Kamala Harris and Barack Obama and Joe Biden? The world is mesmerized and they are casted into a spell, watching tell a vision. It's not the vision God gave us. It's a vision they want to use on us. Same thing Schmittler used on the people, for he put them in them camps and barbecued them. He used the media. Go look it up on Google. What weapon did he use? He used media. Propaganda. Y'all look. This is why we need to come together and do this. They're the enemy. Yeah, we can't be in agreement with them. I mean, they use, I studied it because I wanted to know how in the heck did one man that was unpopular do that to all of those people. I want to know. I'm a historian, a real one, not the Christopher Columbus one. I cares not to know about Christopher Columbus. I'm a Babylon, from Babylon to Timbuktu. I know that we used to walk on gold streets. I know that Mustafa was one of my richest ancestors that went around passing out gold to the people. I'm a historian, a real one, an archaeologist, if that's what you want to call me. I want to know the origin of a thing. Instead of y'all telling the people that these banks that they run into to save their money is now introducing stablecoin and blockchain and getting their systems ready for crypto. It's just beyond me. Like, what are all these people going to do? Y'all don't care. It reminds me of the dream where I seen masses just walking behind the black curtain and never coming out. And people were so engaged and busy laughing and kiki and haha that they didn't even realize that people were going behind this black curtain, never to be seen again. And they was just all this noise. They wasn't even paying attention till their name got called. They went behind the black curtain, never to be seen again. And then they just calling each one in. Okay, I'm over here just hey, without trying to make noise and bring attention. Hey, don't do it, because I'm able to see on both sides of the curtain. People are just lining up looking at me like, man, why are you interrupting my conversation? Why are you interrupting? Girl, get out of my face. We can care less. It was like 5 people. It was like, look, me and my family out of here. I didn't even have to say no words. I was mouthing like, with sign language. 5 people, a family. That's it, out of all of them people. It was absolutely terrible. and they was dressed for death. They had business suits on, but they was too entertained and too busy networking, hee and ha ha. That okay, Michael. All right, bro, it's good talking to you. Then that person just turned around, talk. Yeah, Michael was cool. Michael then went back there and he gone. Hunger Games. Exclusive BlackRock expands blockchain. Base money market to Solana. Entire with startup Securitize. Why is BlackRock and Wall Street and U.S. banks, why are they invested in crypto like they are investing in crypto? What do they know that I don't know? Why did Donald Trump just come out and say United States will be the crypto capital of the world? Why did he declare economic disaster with the dollar? Oh, maybe I can take 1/2 a cent that I got and try to put it together. Okay. Why are the Gen Zers jobless and homeless? Why can't these young people have the opportunity to go buy homes and rent homes and different things of that sort? Why are they jobless? And why are they homeless? This is our future. Gen Z is our future. They can't get no jobs because AI done took them over. They knew social media, but they didn't know skill. Shaking my head. They know how to record and share garbage, but they don't know how to create programs and they don't know how to create courses and they don't know how to, they don't know how to do this type of stuff. And now they want to put the blame on the demons who created the system to keep these young people dumb. Worthless degrees. There's more people with degrees on Skid Row. I think I'm going to go by Skid Row before I head on back home so y'all can see. People with PhDs, doctorate degrees, living on Skid Row with boo-boo right there by where their head is laid at. Feces. I think I am. Let me keep going. As a system of broken promises for the rising number of needs. You got young people that have to stay with their parents. Oh, Fidelity. Oh, are these the people on the stock market that has to do with the housing? Fidelity Investments test dollar peg stablecoin. Now I wonder why all the wealthy know about investing, but all of the not so wealthy only know about buying, consuming. Tell me. They throw this word around loosely. Okay. Fidelity Investments. Oh. So now y'all investing in stablecoin, which is cryptocurrency. Y'all gonna crash everybody on the credit. Gotcha. You're gonna dismantle all of these departments, the IRS, the Department of Education, the USAID, the CFPB. Y'all gonna demolish all of these. Okay, gotcha. And then you're going to give all the po folks universal basic income that y'all control. Okay, good. Okay. And then y'all going to own the systems that's going to control how much we, the people, get to have or not have. Gotcha. Y'all better pay attention, baby. Y'all eyes better be like this. Okay? Wide awake. Why are all of these people investing in stablecoin? Meanwhile, they invested in crypto and in the stock because the AI stocks are soaring. I'm about to show y'all. All this technology, all this energy, even these congressmen and women are invested in daytime trading in the stock market. And major department stores, Kohl's to be exact, Kohl's Not Kohl's. Kohl's, I thought you was going to be spared. Not the upscale shopping experience. Kohl's are closing their department stores. 27 by April. That's 6 days away. 27 stores that are underperforming. They can't keep up. But I'm about to show y'all, because I done found out why they didn't close all these stores. I didn't found out. Y'all about to know too, okay? Y'all about to know too, because y'all need to know. Y'all about to see it. Just stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Okay? Buckle up! Bitcoin price suddenly braced for a Cambrian explosion. I wonder why. All of these articles dropped today. It's March 26th, beloved. Okay? It was originally post March 25th, yesterday. Bitcoin has surged over the last weeks as traders bet U.S. President Donald Trump could be pulling back from his threat of global trade tariffs, though fears are swirling over new mystery threat. So, the tariffs were done strategically, right? The tariffs were implemented strategically, just like the 25% he just slapped on foreign automakers. If you are not making cars in the United States, you have to pay 25% tariffs, right? But tariffs is going to crash that system, which means they're going to have to come over here to Bitcoin and crypto. Stock market. Man, when I tell you this is genius on so many levels, this is genius. But it's going to hurt a lot of people. It's going to hurt a lot of people. See, businessmen and businesswomen are not affected. Are y'all realizing that? Are y'all realizing that? Send it to me, sister. Send it to me. Yeah, that's why God says, God told me. Now I'm going to tell y'all what God told me. Okay? God told me, and I'm going to show y'all what he told me too. Let me pause right here real quick. Let me show y'all what he told me. This is why they closing down all of these. I just want to show y'all this. Major U.S. steel manufacturer laying off 600 folk, citing weak auto demand. Oh my gosh. Y'all do know that the ports and the auto manufacturers had a big problem. That's why they went on strike and shut the port down and all of that stuff, because of automation. And they say weak auto demand is the reason why we're going to let off 600 in the biggest state, county, Dearborn, in Michigan, the manufacturer, the biggest one. You finna lay off all them people. Weak auto demand. The company will idle the Michigan-based oxygen furnace steel shop and continuous casting facilities. Now, let me jump off real quick and show y'all what God told me. Because I done said this, been saying this, gonna keep saying this, okay? This is what he told me to do. All right. Okay. Let's come over here real quick. He said, Tawana, I said this almost 2 years ago. Exactly what he told me. And I've been doing this. Okay? I've been doing it. He said, right here, if I tell you to come out from amongst that system, right? It's a system that's going to usher in the beast. And if I told you to come out of that beast system, then I'm giving you hints of what my system is. Okay? The gold and the silver is mine. Let's go. The gold and the silver is mine. Okay. I will shake all the nations, and they will come with all their treasures, and I will fill this house with glory, says the Lord. The silver is mine, and the gold is mine. So if I want to know what his ecosystem is, he just told me right there. Not only that, okay? Okay? So before God ever put man in the garden, he put gold there. Okay? I'm just showing y'all what my father told me. That's it. The first mention of gold in the Bible in Genesis 2:12, and the gold of that land is good. Okay, before man was even created, before he ever saw a need to put man didn't have nothing to buy. So I don't know why gold was put there, but it was put there for us. Okay, and it was put there for a reason. And the gold of that land is good, and precious metals, bdellium, onyx, stones, diamonds. Okay, this is God's ecosystem, in case you didn't know. Okay, gold is mentioned in the Bible 417 times, silver 320 times, and the word money 140 times. If you want to be scripturally correct, riches and wealth is mentioned in the word of God more than salvation. Above all things, I pray that you prosper physically, be in health prosperity, even as thy soul prosper, your mind, your will, and your emotions. That's the 3 levels of prosperity that he said above all things. I pray that you have that. Okay, now back to where I was going. Let me show y'all one more thing, okay? Because he said the first mention of gold was in Genesis 2. And God likens the streets of heaven, paradise, is paved with gold. My God is a gold God, okay? He loved the bling bling, and so do I. All right? Now, this is his ecosystem. I just want to tell y'all why it's his ecosystem, okay? Is y'all all right with this real quick? Just let me know in the chat. I don't want to bore nobody. I don't want, listen, let me know in the chat. Do I have your permission to show you a mystery? Because this is what my father told me to do. He said, you're going to go and you're going to take the wealth of the wicked that I have made them store up for you. And you're going to take that and convert it back to the original wealth that I gave to my people from the beginning. I gave them land. I gave them gold. I gave them silver. I gave them precious metals. Africans are walking on gold mines. Yet and still, they got Lebanese and Chinese that got chains around their neck. How do you walk on diamonds and you still poor? You can't afford shoes. You can't afford a meal. You got to drink tea and you got to eat rice every other day. Why is that even a thing? You literally walk on diamonds. You literally walk on gold. Matter of fact, these foreigners that came in and had you till the ground to give them the diamonds and the gold. I'm great. Do I have your permission to show you a mystery? It's more than one person. Yes or no? I can keep my wisdom to myself. But I'm just telling y'all what my God said for me to do. And that is what I have been doing. And trying to call a few of the cousins to come over here and do so too, so that the enemy don't know in detail, because you do know there's demons that watch this too, okay? There's people that absolutely don't like me, want to stop me, want to block me. I know they here just like they know I'm here. And ain't nothing going to change. So when I invite you into a private space, into a mentorship, into a mastermind, into some type of private off the airway space, so the devil don't know the plans, because God ain't gonna let me give them up to him. He said, I will give you the hidden riches in secret places, places you don't even know about. Then I go in these secret places and I come back and I just tell everybody, the enemy, like, okay, Leah, let's stop her. And she going into our territory, hijacking our stuff and going back and giving it to them. So there's things I'm not at liberty to say here. Okay, I got I got 3 S's. All we need is 2 or 3. Boom. Now, if we got God that say the gold and the silver is mine, and before he even created human being, he said, and the gold of that land is good, where he put Adam and Hava, Eve, okay? That's the original names. Adam and Hava. Where he put them is where they were gold, okay? And he said the gold is good in that land. Okay, cool. All right. So now we say gold loaded them with gold. Okay. Just want y'all to see scripture. And when God delivered, you see that in Psalm 105 and 37, baby, the Lord brought his people out of Egypt loaded with silver and gold, and not one among the tribes of Israel even stumbled. See Psalms 105 and 37, when God delivers his people from these wicked demonic systems, he load them up. Okay? He load them up. The gold and the silver is mine. Okay? That's Psalms 105. We can be here all day. I got lots of them. Trust me, I'm a Berean. I study the word. Okay? Okay? And Abraham was rich with gold. Okay? Abram was extremely rich in livestock and in silver and in gold. Y'all picking up what God is trying to tell us? What is his system? Because that's the system I'm getting on. I'm only utilizing these worldly systems because the wealth of the wicked is stored up in their systems for the just, me, and those that are righteous and just unto God, okay? And for the others. And what we're doing is taking our money, and we're going to go take back our gold that you stole, and take back our land that you stole, and take back our livestock that you stole, because that is true wealth. That's the wealth that God gave us from the beginning of time. As long as we have that, we'll never be poor. You'll never see a poor farmer. I don't know why people didn't pursue farming, because you never see and have saw a poor farmer. And Abraham was exceedingly rich with gold. He loaded them up. And Solomon, okay? Solomon. I just want y'all to see. Okay? First Kings. The weight of gold that came to Solomon yearly was 666 talents of gold. That means pounds. Besides that, from the traveling merchants, from the income of traders. What? We had traders in the Bible? Yes, we did. And from all the kings of Arabia and from the governors of the country. How much is, hold on, because he got this every year. Don't play. He got this every year. Hold on. The weight of gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 666 talents of gold. 666 talents of gold is 22 tons, which today is over $1 billion that came to him in just gold. This was the amount of gold that Solomon received in payments and in gifts every year. I mean, I love Bible study, baby. We can have a ball in the word. We really can, because this gets me pumped up. I'm going to get back to the facts. But this right here gets me pumped up. Gold is good. Gold is for my people. What? Huh? The gold is for my people. Hold on. Let me find it. Hold on. Let me try one more time. I'm trying to find the exact scripture. I'm going to get it for y'all on the next time, okay? Because it's in the Old Testament. I want to say it's in Psalm. But I'll have it for y'all the next time. We can have a whole entire Bible study. Literally. Okay? Literally. Because that is what God gave to us as our inheritance. All parables he used comparing us to gold. You will be put in the fire, tried in the fire to come out as pure gold. There is so many scriptures that God compares us to trees and to gold. But the gold is his and the silver is his, and he gives that to his people. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, David, Solomon, you name it. On and on and on and on. Okay? I will have the scripture for y'all the next time for sure. Because that's what he gives us. When a man was to find a wife, he was to put a gold ring in her nose and gold earrings on her ear and gold bracelets. When God delivered the children of Israel from Egypt, he said, go to thy Egyptian neighbor and take the gold and the silver and the clothes, the raiment. And it wasn't just regular clothes like this, baby. It had jewels and diamonds on it. Okay? Raiment, ballroom, top of the line top stuff. Take that too. Okay? And then he turns around and say in Psalms, the Lord will deliver his people. He will load his people with silver and gold. This is what God has been telling me to do since it all began. Okay? Take their money, buy back land, because they stole it and they're not going to give it to you. You ain't going to be out here marching and they're going to be like, okay, I'll hand it over. Here's your 40 acres. No, you have to take it from them. It says plunder the Egyptians. Plunder them means to steal it by force, to ransack, to loot. I dare you to go look it up. When I seen it, I was like, God, you are a gangster. You said go rob them back. Matter of fact, let me put that on screen so y'all can see it. Y'all don't be like, this woman be up here just saying all kind of stuff. No, line upon line, precept upon precept. I'm going to tell you all the time to go and fact check me, okay, with God. And then Google, you can fact check me with Google too, okay? Plunder. What does this word mean? What did God say when he said plunder? This is exactly what it means, okay? To recover or to spoil. It also means to rob of goods or valuables by force. What? That's why he turned around in the good book in the New Testament and said, and from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffer violence, and the violent take it by force, baby. We ain't supposed to be no wieners out here. Hello, somebody. Now back to this. I just went on a quick principle, okay? Biblical principles. I just went on a tangent because this is what we're supposed to be doing. It's what we're supposed to be doing. Taking the wealth of the wicked, okay? This is why all these stores are closing. Peep this. Told y'all everything's going from brick and mortar to click and order. It wasn't no lie. GameStop, not only GameStop, they didn't just been busted. GameStop is closing a significant number of stores and will invest heavily in Bitcoin. That's why these stores are going from brick and mortar to click and order. The system is already in place. And God has given us ample time to get ourselves together because he know we're not ready. Now, we just saw that Gen Z have a jobless problem. They also have a housing problem. They are homeless. They don't even, it's so far out of their reach to even rent, better yet, own a home. Gen Z. Young Americans' rates of home ownership slowed significantly in 2024. Ain't nobody trying to buy no house. When I tell y'all, I got videos after videos of homeowners' remorse, buyers' remorse. They upside down. They are broke, homeowner broke. It's terrible. Okay? But they ain't the only ones, okay? These big businesses ain't the only one. Congressmen and women are a part of it too. Secretary of State Chair Paul Atkins owns up to $6 million in crypto-related assets. Child, listen. These people been playing in your face for far too long. Now these are people who distribute the money. Department of Treasury. People who control whether inflation is up or down. Jerome Powell, Janet Yellen. They are getting ready to lay off a substantial number of employees. My. San Francisco tech company Niantic lays off staff from ferry building after $3.85 billion mega deal. You can't make this up. They got all that money and now they laying off these people. And guess what they're investing it in? Somebody put it in it. I mean, you don't even have to guess. Put it in the chat. Fair housing. Chief ends programs designed to help first-time home buyers. This is catastrophic. Boy, they got one hell of an agenda. I'm like, am I even going to get through all? I told y'all we had a lot today. I just wanted y'all to see this. They scheduled 4 new roundtables for Crypto Task Force. It's aiming to discuss and solve regulatory issues around crypto trading, custody, tokenization, and decentralized finance. See, they can control crypto. Whoever came up with that idea locked them out of a system. They created their own system, crypto. Okay? Wells Fargo says the unlikely company could be the next NVIDIA. I told people, I did a whole entire workshop on why you should have you a piece of stock in NVIDIA with all of this technology where you can passively live the rest of your life comfortably off of the stock market. I can show y'all all of these. This is This is becoming the norm. Rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Fresno jumps compared to 2024. People cannot even afford a one-bedroom. Renting a single-bedroom apartment in Fresno is even more expensive than it was last year, a new study show. According to rental listing company Zumper, rent for a single-bedroom apartment jumped 10% when compared March 2025 prices against March 2024. However, a month-by-month comparison showed a decrease of 1.4% from February into March, still up 8.6%. A one-bedroom, 1,600. Schwab and Fidelity, same cast I just talked about, block orders of money market ETFs from BlackRock, Texas Capital. They want to be the trendsetters. Okay? Listen, we want to get rid of the money markets. I wonder why. Anybody help me out? And why in the world is Kentucky passing a Bitcoin and Ethereum self-custody law? Yeah, nothing to see here, just the system, the B system. That's it. This really, because I told y'all to come get some money from these people, okay? Didn't I tell y'all? I just try to offer y'all a wealth bundle where you can actually go take advantage of these CDFI lenders. Y'all be thinking I'm crazy. Oh, she's just over there selling stuff. Nobody needs a list of lenders. Oh, really? Well, now the credit unions are meeting with the White House on the future of the CDFI fund. I just wish my cousins will go get them some money right now. Get them a business plan and go get them some money right now before this program be done in a way. Because now the credit unions say, well, we want to do business with you, and we'll be able to specify who'll get this money right now. Right now, they can't do that. You got a business plan? You got at least a 550? You can get their money right now. I got a list of all of them. This is not a list you can just get off the regular smuggler streets. No, ma'am. No, sir. These are people right in your backyard that got money available for you that you can hop your beloved self right on over there to Fiverr and have somebody make you up a business plan for $5 or $10. And then you go call up one of them. I got my business plan. This is what I'm going to start. And you going to fund it. Thank you. I want to build an amusement park. I want to build a senior citizen living home. Anything in real estate, they're giving millions of dollars away. But if you wanted to go open up a storefront, they'll fund that. A daycare, they'll fund that. I told y'all to use other people's money to make money. And now you see all of these folks messaging about the positive impacts of the CDFI fund are hopefully resonating with leaders in Washington, D.C. Same list I've been telling y'all. You don't even have to have a business. All you need is a business plan. All you need to do is go to Fiverr and get somebody to make you a 3 to 5 year business plan for $5, $10, $20 if you want to get a phenomenal one written up, like just bomb graphics and all of this stuff, okay? And you could have $50,000. Why don't y'all listen to me? Why y'all don't take advantage of these opportunities? Because now they about to lock y'all out. I'm just going to keep on minding my business, being the watchman, okay? Section 8 housing voucher changes in Massachusetts could increase costs for renters. They have actually eliminated this program. There will be no more vouchers given out in Massachusetts. That is a tragedy. It will take place May 1st when individual households complete their annual eligibility recertification. Reduction in federal funding have led to changes in housing vouchers. I mean, a lot of my cousins gonna be affected. This is the reason why I have came by here. Job applications from federal workers surged 50%. 50% of people are looking for jobs in the federal workforce. This is bad, real bad. Rolls-Royce CEO fired managers and held staff brainstorms as part of a four-pillar turnaround plan that led to a 500% share price jump. They are being incentivized to fire folks. Can you believe that? And they celebrating. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Somebody's texting me. 1 second. I gotta go. I mean, I told y'all I had it locked and loaded for y'all in real life. And I do. Okay? And I do. There's so many of where that comes from. So much is happening, y'all. I love you too, sister. If you got student loans, grab the student debt elimination document and get them removed. Who wants that for $97? It's a $97 investment that will erase thousands of dollars of student loan debt. It's a $97 investment that will erase thousands of dollars of student loan debt. Why don't you be like Sis in Austin, who says, I'm not going to allow you to take advantage of me and my consumer law? And you go ahead and you buy this debt elimination document that is created based off of what is happening right now, according to consumer law. Okay? And you have your student loans removed, just like I did, and many others have. Let me show you. If I had student loans, see, you need somebody to tell you what you need to do. I'm going to just give you a quick hint, okay? You need to save a copy of your loan data from the official student aid website if you have student loans. That's number one. And the reason why you do is because you can sue for selling your debt to the Small Business Association. You did not do business with nobody else except the Department of Education. This is a way to get some of your money back, okay? But this letter is how you get them removed from your consumer report. It does not mean that you don't owe the debt, okay? That's not what it means when you have it removed from your credit report. It does not mean that you don't owe the debt. It means that you don't have a legal right to post that on my consumer report. Okay? That's what it means. So the letter removes it from your credit. So that way you get your credit together. They are trying to harm us in the worst ways possible. Housing, credit, delinquencies. You just seen 9 million people credit scores will tank because of the delinquencies that will be added to your credit report. I'm going to need y'all. I'm going to need y'all to get this together so that you can go get that true wealth that God told us to have to begin with. He told us to have it. And isn't it ironic that if you want to buy gold and silver and all of that type of stuff and land and all of that stuff, now they have you come through a credit system to see if you qualify. If you want to have a private reserve account, they have to check your credit and all of this stuff to see if you qualify to have a trust. They check your credit to see if you qualify. Check it out. Can student loans be removed from your consumer report? You are absolutely, positively certain that they can be. They are illegal to have them on your credit report. You see, this is Ed Financial over here. Account has been removed. This is Ed Financial because they sold my debt. And now you have Fed Loan Servicing. These are all different accounts, okay? You can't show the same account on loop. You clearly see this is a video. It's a 5-second video of me just scrolling up and down when them demons removed. And here is the actual photos of that video. Okay? Of them removing the account from my report. The account has been removed from your report. And all those late lying payments had to be modified. Hello, somebody. All my cousins need to be on this. All my cousins need to be getting their credit. Take your money and invest in credit now. Now. Okay? Not meow. Now. Everybody and their mama with a student loan should have said, I need that letter. For sure, for sure. Okay? I can't give it to nobody for free. But I will do this for a handful of y'all on this live. If you have need of this letter and you don't have 97, but you got 47, put an I in the chat. Okay? Only time I'm going to ever do it. If you catching the replay, listen. Only time I'm going to ever do it. Because I want to help as many people as I possibly can get out of this beast system. If this is where you should start, I have to start. Start here. Okay? Start here. If you can walk around with $1,000 phones, you can pay 97. But if there's anybody that wants this letter and at least have $47 and you ready right now, I will send it to you, period. Okay? I'm not going to lock you out. Take advantage of the opportunities. Stop looking at all of the bad things that are happening and look for the positive things that can happen to me and not that can happen for me and not to me. Okay? Look for the positives. Dismantle that. I don't care. Take away all my student loan debt. Thank you, Father. Moving on next. The credit suite. Okay? Y'all waited a little bit too long, but the credit suite. And Sister Latasha, I'm going to throw something else in because you paid full $97. Okay? I'm not going to rob Peter to pay Paul. It is worth $97 to have debt removed like you just saw. And like you were saying, even one student loan, okay? Even one student loan, the investment of $97. If you got to pay to remove stuff, do it. If you got to invest to learn hacks to remove, do it, okay? I told y'all I wasn't giving y'all the credit suite for $197, and I'm not. You're going to have to get it for $297. But I have showed y'all so many receipts where you can take that credit sweep and not only can you fix your credit and have everything swept. What you're looking at is a sweep. Where you have hard inquiries, you have negative and derogatory. It's on the screen right here, okay? You have hard inquiries removed at one time. You have negative accounts removed at one time. You have late remarks and all kind of derogatory remarks removed. You have updated account information, personal information removed at one time. Okay? This is what you call a sweep. I don't have a lot of time to show y'all all the receipts. I have showed y'all lots of times. People at a 500 and take the sweep and it goes straight up. And the first thing they go do is go get some funding. Okay? You can have the credit sweep for $297. Period. You can have the credit sweep for $297. If you need to break it up, no, I'm not going to do that. You can have the credit sweep for $297. Be quiet, Tawana. Because I've given you guys ample time. I've given you discounts. I'm not giving you no more discounts like that. If I offer it to you, when it's supposed to be offered to you, then that's how we're gonna roll, okay? Department of Education. This is my profile, okay? It has my name on this. You see clearly. Let me turn it around so my cousins over here can see too. That's me, Tawana, okay? That's me. That's Tawana Worlds. When you go get funding, this is what your credit profile needs to look like. Your credit cards are under 30%. Looking good, okay? Credit score then increased to 113 points. This is what a sweep does for you, okay? Negative accounts removed, such as repossessions, okay? You see that Demon Fidelity Credit Services? Didn't we just see them? You had collections accounts removed, okay? The Department of Education removed, okay? Smile Brand Finance removed, okay? This is what a sweep does and increases your score. This is me. I show y'all my receipts. I can show y'all lots of other people's receipts, but I'm going to show y'all mine, okay? It's easier for me to just go in there and type in my name and it pulls up. Period. Jasiana, if you want it, go ahead and make your payment. I will send you this letter so that you can have it in the mail and have this mess off of your report, okay? $197 for the credit sweep. If you're trying to go fast, the credit sweep is the way. Not only do it include the credit sweep, and that is why I am raising the bar. Teach people to stop sleeping on opportunities. It also has a $200,000 funding, okay? If you don't think that I could help you get funding, think again. I tell people all the time, come right on over here and you will see the countless other testimonials of people that I have helped get funding. Let's start here. Funding. Tawana. Y'all can do the same thing I'm doing. I'm showing you exactly what to do, okay? Because men lie, but receipts don't. Of course, it's going to pull up my video because I'm talking about funding in this video. But check it out. Okay? You just need one play. This is Joshua Braham. He is inside of one of my mentorships that I can go to right now and pull up this very same text. This stuff works. I got an approval on Navy Federal Credit Union over the phone for 25 bands for a personal credit card, okay? He wasn't sure about how to do the Amex play, American Express, but he said, I wasn't sure, so I waited till the day because I wasn't sure. He went and did the Amex play and got $75,000. Bro walked away with $100,000 in funding. It works. It works, okay? That's just one. With the credit sweep, you get the funding play, period, okay? the $200,000 funding play. It's yours. Let me find. I can go type in my name instead of me having to go through all of these. Oh my gosh. Your spirit. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Okay, hers was deleted in hours. This was last year. Hers was deleted in hours, and others were up 22,000 and 25,000 in minutes. Okay. Hey, hope all is well. All taken care of. They had 2 inquiries not right. They're going to take care of it. One main 7 years to fall. One I paid them in full, so I call fraud. They will remove it. Sorry for the ebonics, okay? These, God bless you so much. Satan was trying to get me all upset. It all turned out okay. I am on my way. Her heart inquiries and negative debt gone. I've seen all been removed, completed, one being investigated. I guess in a couple of hours, it will be removed as well. I done, like you said, a couple of hours. I spoke to them. I registered online. I looked at it. They are deleted. Okay. Same Joshua that I just showed you went and got him $100,000 in funding. So many more. Here you go. Documentation beat conversation. Thank you, Dr. Tawana, for encouraging me to go out and execute. Because of your encouragement and your suggestion, it was a play. I was able to get funded with $25,000. And they did not have the $200K funding blueprint. They did not have it. Okay? Here is multiple receipts. Okay? She done got 71,000. She done got 25. He done got 25,000 over here. She done got 25,000 over here. She done got 25,000 over here. I know where to go get funded. 297 will get your credit swept. Okay? It will get your credit swept, and it will get you in some funding. Because now you got the plays, and I tell you exactly which plays to play. And I will not say it openly. I have that credit sweep for $297. Okay. I have the business in the box, which Torrin's been coming by here saying, Dr. T, I'm in a 700 club. Okay. I'm in a 700 club. Let me see if I can pull up his receipt. Up. I put the wrong. All right, let me see. Because I know I shared his. Hopefully. Look how many people need help. Legit credit sweep. I need assistance. People are looking for the sweep. That's why I tell y'all can make money off of it. It's crazy. Y'all can make money off of it. If I go and type in how many people are looking for the sweep. Okay. 125 point increase, 141 point increase, 91 point increase, 180 point increase with the sweep. I've been trying to tell y'all since last year. August of 2024, I've been telling my people to get in on the sweep. Crazy. Let me just go and look, see if there's any posts, any other posts. People are looking for this. Trust and believe me. Okay? Trust and believe me. People are looking for the credit sweep. Look how many people you could just buy the credit sweep and open up you a whole group like this with 1,300 members in there. They just give them the trade line, CPN, and the sweep. Full credit sweep. Okay? They got people in there. You can get people in this group. Listen, let me go ahead somewhere else. You can sell this sweep and make money from this sweep. Okay. Hello, brother Clifford. Get your credit together while you helping other people get their credit together. I always be trying to come by here and put y'all on. It's not hard. It's not hard. That's a sweep. Credit bureaus hate this. Remove errors in just 48 hours. Look at this sweep. Baby, people are looking for this. A credit sweep is a faster process of getting all those negative items removed off of your credit. Instead of 30 to 45 days, you will see receipts. Okay? Accounts removed. This is one of my business besties, Sunshine. She is selling the heck out of this credit sweep. Okay? It could be removed. These people ain't playing. Why don't you say me too? Why don't you say me too? But the business in the box, let me show y'all. Did I put his name in here? Hold on. He didn't put it on the chat so many times. Let me see if I can pull him up this way. But he's normally on the chat. He'll tell you himself. I'm in the 700 club because of this business in the box. He didn't do the sweep, but he did the business in the box. Okay? And he has all of, let me just go there and show y'all. Instead of scrolling over here, let me stop the share over here real quick. He has all of the works. People are looking for credit help. You better believe that. That is a business that is in business all season long, okay? Everybody and their mama gonna need credit help. When you have something like that, you actually have a gym, a real gym, for real, in real life. Here we go. Let me go ahead and share my screen over here, show y'all exactly why this business in the box is. It just goes crazy. If I'm going to get into anything, you finna have 9 million people with a hurt credit score. Okay? Probably going to make me log back in. Yep. So all of this is informational. Both of these come inside of the done for you business in a box. You don't have to repair nobody's credit, but if you wanted to, you have all the tools and resources you ever need to help somebody get out of entanglements. This is the learning part of it for you. It's already done for you. All these Zoom videos, how to download, how to dispute, how, they're violating your rights, all of that, okay? How to look over your my IQ score, my FICO score, how to stop using a Vantage score, how to leverage it, how to go get financing, how to go get funding, how if your rights are being violated, how to sue them. All of this is educational, okay? You get bonus dispute letters. Now you can help people. The fastest way to get a whole bunch of people on your friends list, emails list, and start making money, give a free letter. Hey, those who got bankruptcy, those who got student loans right here, this student loan dispute letter. If you have a student loan and you need a dispute letter, I'm going to give it away to the first 100 people for free. So 100 people that don't know me, I don't know them, but they just downloaded my letter, right? After they download my letter, they in my ecosystem. It's called ecosystem, right? I'm creating my own system. I'm going to follow up. Thanks for downloading my student loan. If you have hard inquiries, I now have a 24-hour hard inquiry removal guide that will help you in your step in repairing your credit. And it's only $17. You can grab that now for a discount. You never see this discount anywhere else. They snatched that up. Say 10 people snatch that up. I also got the greatest, legitest way, Metro 2 compliance, to get anything removed. It's a whole ebook done for you. So I say, hey, since you purchased that or since you downloaded that student loan, did you know that there is a legitimate legal way using consumer law to have everything removed that is being reported off your credit? And all you got to do is snatch up my ebook for $19.99. It's the Metro 2 compliance ebook. It gets all kinds of items removed. in minutes, not months. And then they get that. And I said, okay, well, thanks for shopping with me, come back and bring me some receipts. And then I can come back and hit them and say, you know what? I have a whole entire business in a box that you can actually buy. Did you know that these secondary bureaus are the ones who report to Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian? And I have a list that you can actually get for $7 that has a list of all of them that you need to freeze them from reporting so that you can go get funded and dispute properly. You have to freeze the secondary bureaus before you do disputes. Because all they're going to do is verify with these secondary bureaus that, yeah, we got the information correct. And then they're going to tell you it's verified. So this is all educational. But here's where the gold is at. Here's where the gold is at. Here is the complete done-for-you business in a box. It comes with ebooks. You don't have to put anything together, sell anything. Here's business credit ebook for beginners. Stop putting stuff in your personal name. Stop putting stuff in your personal name. My brother Clifford, I forgot you had it. I forgot you had the box too. Okay? Dr. T, you answered my question. I was going to ask if it was in the business of the box. My daughter is studying it. Not this student loan debt elimination letter, but the student loan dispute letter is. Not this debt elimination from, the data breach with Elon Musk and his team accessing our information and them selling our debt to somebody else or transferring it. That is a separate letter. That is the debt elimination, or I'm going to sue you. But you do have a student loan dispute letter in this business in a box. And as Brother Jacob said, Brother Clifford, fourth son of Jacob, says, it is lava in a box. You can never be broke with having your hands on something like this, ever. You can never be broke having your hands on something like this. Business credit, stop putting stuff in your personal name, become an entity, build trade lines, and go run it up fast. 30 to 45 days is all it takes you. And then you all already got $250,000 in funding. I know people, if you go get you an LLC or let me help you get one, or buy this business in a box and create one, I can send you to go get money with a brand new LLC, brand spanking new. Okay? You have this whole entire business in a box. You got the dispute guide and workbook. People going to need to know how to dispute it because knowledge that is applied is powerful. How to set up your website so you can sell this business in a box. Okay? So you can get people on your email list so you never have to show your face or worry about anything. You don't have to worry about it. It's already done for you step by step. It's already done for you, the product description, so you instantly can make money. Here is 70 dispute letters. Help people get off child support. Help people get hard inquiries removed. Help people get medical collections off. Help people get out of check systems. Help people get bankruptcies disputed from off their consumer report. Help people that has gone through identity theft. Help people that has paid for deletion and the stuff is not deleted. Help people where the credit bureaus are trying to do stall tactics. Help people get charge-offs removed. Help people get personal information deleted. Help people get garnishments off of their consumer report. Help people get repossessions. People need your help. And just like I gave y'all that email marketing play, here it go right here for you. The social media content that you need is already done for you. All you got to do is post it. How to make 5 additional streams of income off this one business in a box. Okay? Statute of limitations, how to sue the draws off of them. Here is your done for you email so that you can just keep upselling them. Okay. Start for free, sell them for $7, sell them for $19, sell them for $100, sell them for $197, sell them for $497. Okay. It shows you how to do all of that. Okay. Then get access to it, which is a bonus. The CEO of Bank Contact. Once you got your credit right, now you're ready for funding. Instead of you calling the bank saying, hey, I was trying to see if you can run my credit and see if I can get approved for this loan. No, you have the contact information for the people who will definitely get you approved. These are the banking finance managers. And they tell you, hey, I don't want to see no more than 2 hard inquiries in the last 2 years, no bankruptcies, no hard inquiries, no late payments, and I at least need to score at 700. Okay? This business in a box is $497. You can take advantage of this business in a box for $497. Okay? And just like you've seen on Facebook, go start you a community and give people access to this business in a box for $49 a month. Literally. Pay $497 and go make you $100 and something thousand every single month, just like they're doing. Hold on, because seeing is believing. Okay, everybody always gonna need credit. Everybody gonna always need credit. So what you can do is you can go and start you a credit group on Facebook, over here in Telegram. Give them access to that whole entire business in the box. Hey, how many of y'all in the group today were working on student loans? I'm gonna give y'all this document. Hey, we're gonna learn how to get out of debt together, and we're gonna learn how to go get the bag together. Okay, I want 3,000 of y'all in this group. You'll only pay me $49 a month. It's like a Netflix subscription. If you don't pay, you don't play. But as long as you pay $49 a month, you got access to this whole entire business in the box. This is all they're doing. Learn about cleaning credit, building business credit. You have access. Get your first $20,000 in credit card, in funding with your LLC. All of that is in the business in the box. Now, let's count his pockets. Okay? Hold on. Because you got 3,000 members paying $49 a month. That is $147,000 every single month, beloved, off of a $497 investment. She just decided to do hers yearly, $370 a year, and got 1,800 people to pay her that. Ready to join a community of entrepreneurs, gain access to business funding, grants, and boost your personal credit. All they did was took the business in the box, beloved. That was it. And they running it up. Okay? I teach credit. I got 1,100 members in here paying me $20 a month. And I help them get and build and manage a credit profile and then give them $100,000 limits. Listen. People are desperate. Right? People are desperate. For sure. If you want that business in the box, before I make it $997, because clearly, I just showed you your money back on steroids. I just showed you $147,000. Okay? 49 times 3,000 is $147,000 a month. 49 times 3,000 is $147 a month. Why would you ever go clock in at anybody's job when you can take an investment, because you are worth it and you are valuable and you don't have to have nobody, no friends, no family. Everybody needs credit and they will need your help. And I don't care if they didn't been to ancient mama and back. Doesn't matter. They still looking for help. And you missing out. And since they getting ready to collapse and crush everybody's credit, you have a bigger audience to say, let me help you. Let me help you. My bad, Dr. T, if I go ahead and get this business in a box, can you help me set it up? I'll come to Texas, me and my kids. You ain't even got to travel to Texas, beloved. I will absolutely help you. I told y'all, and I tell y'all all the time. I just told y'all yesterday, and I tell y'all all the time. When you come to the table willing to invest in yourself, then there will not be anything that I will hold back. If you need my help 100%, I will help you set this up, right? I don't want y'all buying stuff that you're not using. That's a waste of time. I want you to get to the bag. We need to, so that we can buy the gold and the silver back and the land and the cattle and the oxen. Because God wants us to be the lender and never the borrower. You come buy meat from me. You come buy eggs from me. And mine is purified. It's anointed. It ain't got no chemicals. You ain't got to eat no bugs and no genetically modified. God don't want us with that in our system. Putting stuff in our no. He said in the last days, same thing that was happening with Noah in Noah days, where angels, hybrid creatures were being created, will be happening in the last days. That's why they wanted to put these things and molecules and particles and all of this stuff inside of human beings. No, ma'am, no, sir. So to answer your question, you would not have to come. We can get on the Zoom, okay? As soon as I get back in a couple of days, we can get on the Zoom and I'll help you set this up. But I promise you, you ain't gonna need my help. I promise you, you can get started on this right now and set this thing up. It's all done step by step tutorial. It is not hard. You got people in the chat telling you it is very valuable, and it has helped them set up their platforms and do different things and get themselves into a 700 club, okay? Sister B. Brown just got approved for her to move using these things. People come here and I do not pay them. But if you need my help, which I absolutely doubt that you would, y'all let her know in the chat, will she still need my help? But if you needed my help setting it up, I 1000% will help you set it up. Everything that you need to set it up and start making money tomorrow, tonight, if you wanted to, is right there in that. When I tell you this is the young lady who made $1 million in 1 hour with this bundle. That's why I bought it. Now, I ain't made $1 million with it yet, but it's been over 30, 40,000 with it for sure. And I don't even advertise it often anymore. In the first beginning, I did, but not really. I've been telling people, and I've been really, really specifying on this hard because of what's happening and because of what's coming. And I show y'all the problems that are coming so you have solutions to avert those problems. If you get it now, for sure. And I will even include some other funding stuff, okay? So that you can go get funded, sister. But if you needed my help, I absolutely would help you, okay? I just wanted to show y'all this last receipt. I think I'm going to have enough time to go over the mentorships. I said I was going to offer them last time for the last time. But there's a few more of my cousins here who might didn't see it. So I'm going to give y'all the opportunity. And then I'm going to get out of here, okay? Because I have to go. I am so far. But when I sat down today, I said today going to be the day that I'm going to show my cousins these receipts. Because it's getting dangerous out here, okay? I want to show y'all. Let me go back over here and come here. Please, brethren, I beseech thee, love yourself enough and your family and your children to do something different. Please don't let these crooks and please don't let these wicked doers take you and your family out. I genuinely care about you. I don't want nothing to happen to you or your children, okay? They don't care about us at all. Why do I got to send a code? Man, this is crazy. Hold on, y'all. This is the only thing I hate about AI, real talk. Did you request? Yes, I did. Don't pay me no attention. I'll be talking smack to these robots, man. Get out of here. Y'all do too much. All right, let me share this. You never give up. Nothing's too far gone for you all the time. Let me move this off the screen. All right, hold on, let me go to my media. Because I walked this with y'all. Okay. I did this right here with y'all. Let me go down and start from where I first started at. Lord have mercy. Let me get out of here. I know I need to get out of here. Y'all do this to me all the time, but I want y'all to know. I want y'all to see. I came by here and I told y'all, look, easy way to make a $17,000 in a day. It all ties back to credit. And it all ties back to helping people. If I gave you the plug to get the trade lines that's going to help people boost their credit, and then you got the business in the box or the credit suite where you can actually help the people erase their credit, then boost their credit, and then you got the game on the funding, the machines that can get them approved, and you can make a big bag. I'll tell you about that in a minute, but I showed y'all $17,000 in a day. That's why I tell y'all, we not working for nobody. I'm not trying to put y'all on that type of time. I'm trying to put y'all on a different type of time. Total earnings for today, $17,403 in one day. Okay? But then after I showed y'all that, and I showed y'all what trade lines was, hey, you adding people to these trade lines. $12,000 credit limit, you don't add them to the credit card or to the credit amount to go spend the money. That is not what you do. You add them to the credit history. So now this $12,000 limit with a zero utilization that has been like this for 6 years is now added to my credit report. And that shoots my credit score up. If I got 50,000 in negative items on my credit report and I go add a trade line for 12,000 and then go add another trade line for 30,000, now I got 50,000 in good credit and 50,000 in bad debt, which balances it out and increase my score, my debt to income ratio. That's what trade lines do. They help and put people on. That's $11,000. 830 FICO score is behind this. Zero utilization. It has been open for 4 years. This is how you are making bags. I got 10 spots to be added to this $22,000 trade line that has an 878 credit score behind it. It is Citibank, and the utilization on it is 3%. I allow 10 people to take those spots at $1,000. That's a $10,000 day. Will people give $1,000 to have 22,000? Absolutely, all day. They finna get a 100-point score increase in days. As soon as, when they say closing today, 5 days later, this is going to be added to their credit report, okay? Don't want to stay here a whole long time, but this is how trade lines work. As y'all can see, Chase will give you $150,000 without showing any proof of revenue, as long as your credit score looking good and plentiful. And that is with the sweep, and that is with the trade lines. Make your credit report. I'm only trying to put y'all on to go get a big bag, not slave wages. We need a big bag fast. We need a big bag fast. Okay? So I did it with y'all. Is this the one? This is for the craft of currency. Y'all didn't miss that. So let me just keep it moving. That ain't the one I want to show y'all. This is the one I want to show y'all because we started here. Okay. We started here on the 10th. It's a 5,000 day. On the 10th. This is for March. Okay. March 10th. 7, 8, 9, 10. Every bracket is a day. So then we went from there. Okay, that's the wrong one. Because I did it step by step with y'all. I wanted y'all to see. Don't miss out on this, okay? We went from 5 to 6 by the 13th, okay? So in 3 days, already at $6,658. Boom. And then by the 14th, we went to $7,155. 4 days. 4 days. Then I need to go this way. And then by the 15th, 16th, we was at $9,563. 6 days. In 6 days made $9,000. My goal was to show you a $10,000 month. That other receipt that I just took off the screen, $10,000 a month, that's all from digital product. The $16,000 receipt that you just seen, that's all from digital products. So I wanted to show you how this trade line game go crazy. Okay? How I sell trade lines. I try to get all my cousins into the chat so now we can run it up and sell. It wasn't for everybody. I'm not going to make it for everybody because it's a group of us that's going to do this. It's only a group of us that's going to get access to this. This is what the trade lines look like when they hit people's account. All that positive history for however long this trade line been existent, it goes on your credit report, okay? The credit balance, the credit limit is $42,000. It's under its utilization. There is no balance on it. You see that they are added as an authorized user and have all of this history added to their credit report. Okay, this is what a trade line does for people. Help them go get funding, help them go get a house. Same thing with this one. March 13th, all this positivity is now added to that person's credit report. Okay, this card limit is 10,000. You see on the bottom, this is an authorized user. All of the history is added to that person's credit report. And when you do that, this is the result of that. People went and go get this. Now, would I go get this? If I wanted to, I would. But this is not what type of time I'm on. I'm not trying to flash and floss for nobody. I'm building legacy. I don't got time for that. Okay? I'm trying to get brick rich, not paper rich. I want to be paper poor and dirt rich. We look forward to having you as a future neighbor. All for adding trade lines rapidly, fast. Welcome to the neighborhood, beloved. And this ain't no broke neighborhood. Okay? This is what the trade lines and the credit sweep does for you. Take you from ground zero all the way up here to a 767 in days and not months. Okay. This is what happened when you add the trade line. So I was able to make by the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. By the 18th, I was already at 8 days in, I was already at 10,000. 8 days in, I was already at 10,000. I let y'all watch the journey because I wanted y'all to see that y'all can do it. Okay? I just showed y'all that one. Okay? I show y'all this one. This is what the trade lines and the credit sweep does for you. Take you from ground zero down here. Okay? Take you from ground zero down here and shoot you straight up to a 743 in a single day. Okay? In a single day. This is what the trade line play, right? Give you results. Same thing here. Okay? You was flatlined on your TransUnion for a cool minute under the 500. Now all of a sudden, in a day's time, you at a 763. They are utilizing this because we have been indebted into a system for so long that has always gotten over and taken advantage of us. As long as you have a credit profile that looks like this, like the one I showed you earlier, you can go get money from anybody, anywhere, without ever showing any documents at all. You can walk into a dealership and take a Maserati off the lot without showing any proof of income at all. This is what the sweep does, and this is what also the trade lines do for people's credit profile to allow them to go get funded. I just showed you, they said you can come and get $150,000 without showing no documents. Problem that's stopping you is that credit score. Use the sweep and the trade lines. Okay? But I showed y'all that to show y'all this. I'm about to make my way up out of here because I documented. Okay? I said, oh, okay. Well, from the 10th, now we on the 21st, in 11 days, I'm at $12,458. It would take people 3 months, literally, to make that on a job site. Okay? We still in March. March 2025. I'm showing y'all in real time. In real time. And now here we are today, which is the 26th. I'm assuming it's going to be a $20,000 month. Which y'all assume? We got 5 days. I'm going to let y'all see. I'm going to document the journey. That way you can't never say, well, you know what? I don't know how to make money. Use a lie. Use a lie. I literally have showed y'all since the 10th of March to the 26th, right? In 16 days, $15,000. Literally. In February, it was $16,000. That's why it says you're just $1,200 down from February 1st to the February 26th. Because in February, you did $16,000. But now in March, and in 16 days, you have done almost $15,000. Why would we ever keep playing these type of games? I came by here and said, look, you can get in on the trade line plug and become a broker. Literally. Helping other people. Okay? Helping other people. Helping your cousins. Helping your family. Start there first because that's where it begins for me. Because if I got all my kids, I'm a mother of 9 minus the 2 that are in the dirt. Do you know that I can add these trade lines to redeem, revelation, and redemption's credit? So when they leave, I don't care what's going on, baby. If I got to check out here early, you already locked and loaded and fully covered. I got you some land. You got perfect credit. Them little $10,000, $11,000 trade lines, those are added to redeem. I'm putting my kids on and my oldest kids. Now that y'all got trade lines and we all got 800 credit scores, let's go run up the bag all together on the same day. We're going to go in the bank as a family. Hello, we are here to be funded. And I got the information. Anna, it's me and my 4 girls, my 5 daughters that are coming in today for funding. And our credit profile is together. Once we together, then we can help the aunties, the uncles, and everybody else if they want help. Hello, somebody. Credit is how you build generational wealth because it allows you to go purchase land without spending no money. It allows you to go purchase real estate without having $1 in the bank. It allows you to go purchase commercial without having a penny, a red hot cent. Credit. That's why we need it. If you want access to the credit trade line plug, I even got 4 more different other websites where you can go and become a broker, buy them, sell them. But this is the plug. It's a whole group, a community of us that will only have access. I believe it's only 9 or 10 in there. I will take 2 more at $497 to be able to have these type of results. This is today. 14,800 and this is live, okay? So that you don't think, oh, this is a lie. No. Okay, that's the Cash App. Okay, this is the Cash App. You see it green. Let me get to the place where I need to get it to, okay? Hold on. Okay, I just logged in. Okay, this is March. You see the same graphics that I just showed y'all. Okay, no cap. It was at 14,828, 14,875. But just trade lines. I don't want it to be amazing for me. I want it to be amazing for us. Okay. I will allow 3 more people, maybe 2 to 3 more people to get the trade line plug. Instead of paying $9.97, you can get it for $4.97. Okay. If you want to get the business in the box and the trade line plug, and I will throw in how to become the bank. Okay. Getting ready to have, and I'm going to move over to that next. But I will throw in those 3 for $9.97. I'm going to help you. You're going to get the suite. You're going to get the business in the box. You also going to get the trade line plug. And you're going to get becoming my own bank. This is where you have access to direct lenders that will get you approved first. We want to get you $150,000 to $250,000, and then the family that you put on, the friends, the community that you put on. Now you double loaded, because you can say, I can help you get money, whether you got poor credit, because I got the tools and the resources to get you the credit the way that I need it to look, and then I got the connection to the funders that will fund you. That will fund you. You pay me on the back end. I get you $250,000. That's a $25,000, 10% for me getting you funded. 1 per client. Imagine if you can put everybody in your family on, and now y'all got $1 million in funding. What could you do with $1 million in funding? And you can do this in 30 days or less. Literally, the suite, 7 days. The trade lines, 5 days after they're added. The funding, same day. The monies can be deposited into your account in 48 hours or less. That is a hell of an investment to have access to that type of financing and that type of wealth. Just on the trade lines, you pay $9.97, you go get a $30,000 trade line, and you add 5 people to it at $1,000 to get on that $30,000 trade line. That's $5,000 back. Okay. Simple. If you say, well, I'm just going to charge $500 and let 2 people get in on it, or 3 people get in, that's $1,000 to $1,500. That's already your money back. We need to start looking at things that give us our money back, and not let things that take away and deplete our resources. So if you want to action at that, and I'm about to go, okay? I don't even have time to mention the mentorships, I don't think. You can get the trade line plug for $4.97. You can get the business in the box for $4.97. 2 to 3 people can only get the trade line plug for $4.97. Or you can literally get the business in the box, the suite, okay? Now you can go and create you a community and say it is $40 to be in this community, $20 to be in this community a month. People don't have problem paying $20. They pay Netflix literally $24.99 to watch movies that they don't even watch every day. This is something you benefit off of every day. Let everybody come in the group, instead of charging them $4.97, you're going to make more doing this strategy. Let them come in for $33. Let them come in for $20. Let them come in for $49, $47. And now you're in hundreds of $1,000s a month. My son wants to get in the transport business and own his dealership. He's young and don't have much credit, so I brought the business for him and the trade lines for my daughter to help them. That's why I love you. Put your kids on. That show is dope. That show is dope. That's what I'm doing for my children. Real talk. Salute to my sister. Because when our life is over, it's over. They still gonna be here. And so is their kids. And they're gonna know that they mama or their daddy set this up for them, that in my absence, you'll still feel my love and you'll still feel my presence. You may miss me physically, and I'll be waiting for you, but you will not miss me, and I will not pass down debt, and I will not pass down apartments, and I will not pass down stuff where my baby's got to struggle. The devil is a liar. Do you hear me? I did not go through labor and carrying you and suffering to raise you, to leave you with nothing. All over some funky money? Never, never. Never, never, never. And I'm going to leave a book so you know how I did it and you know how to keep on maintaining it. You're going to read about what I did for you so you can go back and rinse, wash, and repeat for your children. And this is how we establish generational wealth. It's education first, execution second, elevation third. Hello, somebody. You can have the whole entire packet for $9.97. Okay. I do have some mentorships. I think I shared them all last night. I'm gonna leave this video here because I am like overdue. I knew I was gonna be here 2 hours, but I didn't know if I was gonna be here 2 hours and 44 minutes. I might take 5 minutes to go over the transportation that my sister Shawana just talked about. I showed y'all 19 million. And the reason why I didn't want to go over these because I always got to show y'all receipts. I always got to show y'all receipts. So it hinders my time, but I really need to go. Contracts. Contract. Yes, let me see if I can pull it up. Please, Father, let it just be right here at the top. But I like to show receipts because men lie, but receipts don't. Okay? You're going to always hear me say that. This is in one of my government contract groups, so I can show y'all this. When I tell y'all that there's so much money, I'll show y'all this first. Anybody want them CDFI lenders? The people that's going to the White House, where you don't have to have no LLC. You just need that business plan. If you want that, I'll give it to you for $97. I charge $197, but I will give you that wealth bundle for $97 if you want that. Go run it up and at least get $50,000. Okay, that's what I will say. But when I tell you contracts, they got money available for us, baby. Okay, set aside. That's 8 8s. This is VOSB. This is for small businesses that are like disadvantaged, impoverished. You live in a community that's the hood. Millions of dollars. Hub zones. Woman-owned small business. Okay. These are just set aside. There is a lot of money available for us. But I wanted to show y'all this contract. When I tell you that I sell what I just said for $197, you can have it for $97. This is where the CDFI, secret bank hacks to go get money, how to make $100,000 in 30 days. Okay. Done for you digital products. At least start somewhere. Credit is in here. So is corporate contracts. So is Airbnb. So is Turo. Okay. Literally, you can go make you some money off that bag in real life. Let me show y'all this contract. And so you can see $197. But let me show you this $19 million contract for transportation. You're going to get access to transportation, how to make multiple streams of income from one transportation paper business that you can turn around and sell to the government. Where is this government contract at? I just posted it. Not in 2024. Hold on. Government. See if it'll pull up because I just shared it. Where is it at? Matter of fact, I think it's over here. All this scrolling. This is the reason why I said I wasn't going to do the mentorships, because I have to show receipts. OMG. Let me show y'all. It's somewhere over here. Where you at? 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 Here we go. Okay. So this is what you call a purchase order. There needs to be no bid for this. But this is a purchase order for going to go clean the grounds maintenance of ground keeping, right? I don't got to do the work. This was a $60,000 purchase order to Dr. T, okay? As y'all can see here, World's First Class Transportation. That's where the arrows is at. Marcus Worlds is my husband, okay? How much y'all see that? That is a $19 million contract just for transportation, Texas DOT. So you get multiple ways to maximize your transportation business. Dispatching, that's called logistics. Transport, local, long distance, those are all separate streams of income. Trailer rental, pilot cars, MCDOT, I do people paperwork. All these streams of income from one transportation business that you possess on paper, right? It ain't got dark up in here, glory to God. That's why it's time to go. I didn't got dark and I didn't even realize it. Okay. So the transportation, we're gonna teach you all things transportation. We're gonna also help you get set up for the government contracts in the transportation space only. And then we have the ability, okay? We have the ability that I send myself this to go to dealers and buy ambulance and buy box trucks and buy sprinter vans and buy how you go out and you give those people jumps and stuff, those little utility vehicles where you can put your jumper cables. We have access to go buy those for dirt cheap and then be able to have our own fleet, but become fleet owners for business owners or people in the transportation space that need fleet. That is another separate business. The government buys vehicles, so that's another stream of income. It all goes hand in hand, okay? Final call on that, $997. If you're looking at $19 million, what is $997? I normally charge $5,000 to get inside of this mentorship, okay? $997. If you want to buy land, because that is what God told us to have. He told us to get back to the basics. Gold, silver, land, okay? If you want to become a land banker, I do not have time to show y'all. I really don't, okay? But if you want to become a land banker and buy land for dirt cheap, I mean dirt cheap, that is already valued higher than what you bought it. You don't just have to buy it and flip it. You can actually buy it and sell it. Buy it and build on it. Okay. You can also buy it and develop on it. Start a transitional house. Start a group home. Start a developmentally disabled home. Start a sober living home and sell the services to the government. That mentorship, you want to go in person to buy property with us, to buy land with us, okay? Let me share that with y'all real quick. Where you buy dirt cheap, okay? I'm just going to show you this real quick, okay? You can buy property as little as $126. I'm actually teaching where you buy land and houses for $300, $500, and $1,000 in different states. But there you go. You can go buy land for $148. You can go buy property for $234, okay? In real life. And then this property is already, that's the property that you're going to be able to get, okay? Acres, okay? That's a property you're going to be able to get. And then they just want me to place my bid. I'm not just placing my bid. I'm going to show you how this is being sold or auctioned for $244. But I'm going to show you right now how much this is already valued at. So if you wanted to buy and sell it and have money in 24 to 48 hours, you can do that too. If you wanted to buy it and build on it, you can do that too, okay? But this right here, you only paying $244 for this property, and it's already valued at $1,000. Okay? So you can sell this right now and already have you a profit. You can go turn around, take that $1,000 and go buy you some more property for $500. That's already valued at $3,000, $4,000. Some is already valued at $40,000. Buy some property for $5,000. That's already valued at $50,000 and sell it. Build on it. This is not just land. These are houses. This is a residential vacant property. Clearly, you want to be a land banker? Go with us. We're going to Pennsylvania. We're going to Birmingham. We're going several places, okay? I charge $2,500 to get into this mentorship. Straight up. You're going with us and others to purchase land, to buy cities, land banking, to fly in for free, to use business credit to fix up a property if that's what you wanted to do, to contract and start a group home. That is where the big bag in government contracts is at. It is in the group homes, and it's in the temporary shelters, and it is in the transitional homes. They have rapists that get released from prison that they need away from school zones. You can have a house for that. Transitional homes, halfway homes. If you put prisoners or ex-felons into a home, you get an extra $5,000 on top of the services. Y'all got to stop playing. Get in the land banking mentorship. It is $997 for two people. Okay, $997 for two people. And then finally, I have Let's Do Kingdom. Let's Do Kingdom is for kingdom entrepreneurs. Everybody can get in that. Everybody cannot. I'm sorry. Okay. If you're not trying to build and be about God's business, then I really don't want you in there. That's separate. Okay. But I give you everything. I give you everything inside of there because that's what God told me to do. You want to manage. You want to, first of all, you want to make the money, okay? Then you want to multiply the money, and then you want to manage the money, okay? So we create, we automate, and we dominate, okay? We're starting nonprofit organizations. We're going to go get lots of funding using certifications so that we can have pantries and storehouses. This is solely based off of the Joseph Project. What God told Joseph to do to spare his people in Egypt by buying up all the wheat. We got contracts for that, where we have thousands of jars of mayonnaise and pickles and all of this stuff donated to us because we're a nonprofit charitable organization. Okay. There is lots of money involved in this. We can go and get buildings and land given to us, donated to us by billionaires who need to get it off so they avoid taxes, different things of that sort. Target, Walmart's, Apple's, computers. This is where we start doing community building. It's going to be in Let's Do Kingdom. Not only are we building physically, we are building spiritually, okay? We pray in there together, okay? We're going to have the word. We're going to understand principle. We're going to grow in our spirit, the 3 levels of prosperity. And we then gonna get rich off of Donald Trump and all of that other stuff, stocks and all of that stuff. I forgot to mention, if you wanted to learn about stocks and crypto, since everything is going that way, I have a 7-hour will help you set up your account for stocks, learn how to invest in the stock market, okay? Using AI, let AI predict your winning stocks. I show you all of that. You don't even have to work harder. It's all about working smarter in this season, in real life, okay? In real life with crypto, okay? The God way, okay? If we're going to use it and get in and get the wealth of the wicked, we're going to do it using godly wisdom, okay? That's what we are going to do. In the Let's Do Kingdom mentorships, you have access to trust, you have access to builders, you have access to architects, as well as in the land banking. But the land banking is solely focused on that. The Let's Do Kingdom covers a variety of everything. If you need trade lines added to your credit report, you can have them added to your credit report in this group so we can all go and buy land together, okay? I am actually looking for 5 people that want to go in on a project with me. It's 20 acres. It's 20 acres and buy this land with me, okay? And build on that. But you have to be inside of the land banking mentorship or either in one of my, no, this ain't even, this is only for me and a group of people, 5 people. I want to show you how to get funded. $150,000. We have acres that have rivers and trails and homesteads and different things of that sort. 20 acres right now. I'm looking for 5 people who want to go in on that investment and build another God city. Build a bank there, build a school there, have a hospital there, and have a grocery store there, as well as your homes and different things. If you're going to live there, if your family's going to live there, okay, we can parcel off the land, half an acres. I mean, I can't tell you here, but I will show you. Like I said on last night, if you guys want to be a part of that, that's $497 as well. You might as well get it all in a bundle, $997. If you got a credit card, put it on a credit card. Okay? I will show you how to pay that credit card right back off. I will lead you to go get funding fast. I will show you how to go get a $20,000 credit card with bad credit, no credit, straight up, to pay off that, and then you leverage that. This is how we credit stack. We use their money to make money. All right? My time is up, y'all. I got to go. I have been here for 3 hours and 1 minute. If you are interested in any of those opportunities, go ahead and make your payment. How do you make your payment? You can make your payment with the information going across the screen. The information is on the screen, right where the information going across the screen. Those are the payment platforms that I will take. It's also in the description of this video. If you over here on Instagram, and maybe you want a little bit more information or something like that, you can hit the DM and I will respond. But for the most part, I do have a link tree that has all my payment processing platforms that I am taking. I am not utilizing Stripe. I absolutely hate PayPal. So let that be your last option. Okay, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle. Okay, please include your email. If you do not, I cannot send you anything. If you do not, I cannot send you anything, okay? Take advantage of the opportunities while I'm offering them to you at a discount. If it ain't for you, share it with somebody. It may be just for them. It may be the answer to their prayer, okay? If it's not for you. If it's for you, take advantage of it, okay? When I say a few spots, I'm only looking to take a few people. I'm not trying to give the world this information. I'm just not. I believe a few people can reach the world. But I'm not looking to save the world or try to reach the world. I'm not. I'm looking to reach a few people. I'm looking to connect with destiny builders. I'm only looking to connect with those that are assigned to go with me. I will show you everything that I know. But you got to come to the table with something more than your appetite, okay? And that's just facts. It was not given to me. God didn't allow it to be given to me. There is a scripture in the Bible that says, sell everything that you have and buy you wisdom and understanding. That is what we are supposed to do. That's why schooling ain't free. And it says when you buy it, you're not supposed to sell it. Okay, I will pull it up for you right here, right now. Sell all that you have and buy understanding and get you some wisdom too. That's by how to do it. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. That's a lack of experience. I don't know how to do it. So therefore, I can't do what I don't know how to do. I want to show you, but you got to come to the table with something more than your appetite. If I see that you're willing to invest $497, $197, $997, then I don't mind giving you access to hundreds of thousands of dollars. I don't mind giving you access. to millions of dollars. If you cannot invest 97, you do not need no 1,000, not even no 10,000. Real talk. You can only receive from the level or the realm that you sow in. Anything else is a thief. Period, point blank. I'm going to get the credit business in a box on Friday. All right, I'll be here, sister, waiting for you. I love y'all, and I will see y'all soon.